Oh, sorry. I took so long with my bath, I didn't even notice the time fly by. So, anyway, never mind that. Never mind real life things happening, because that's not what we're here for. We're here for the class trial of Sakura Ogami. And it should be oh so good to figure out who that pesky murderer is. So anyway, let's just begin. We collected a fair amount of evidence, as you can see, 21. Feels good, man. And like every time, we're gonna go through all of them before we begin the class trial, because this is called the pre-trial prep, as you can see on the top right corner. So anyway, the Monokuma number 4, Monokuma file number 4. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Rec room door, a chair had been jammed against the door within the rec room, blocking access from the outside. It is believed that the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. Status of Sakura's body. Sakura was found dead seated in a chair, slumping forward. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from when she vomited blood. However, there was no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited. Magazine shelf bloodstain. A bloodstain was found in front of the magazine shelf of magazines. Blood is presumed to be Sakura's. There is currently no explanation for how bloodstain would have appeared so far away from where the victim was found. Candy wrapper. At one point, Aoi had been injured and taken to the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura, which had this type of wrapper. According to Aoi, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it had become available, so obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. Glass shards on the floor. There are pieces of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and bottom pieces, it was concluded that the shards must have come from a bottle, which was the Monokuma bottle. Figure on the floor. Monokuma figure was found laying on the rec room floor. It would fit roughly in the palm of your hand. Oh, so nicely. There they are, the Monokuma bottles. There are a number of red bottles on a shelf in the rec room. Inside each bottle is a Monokuma figure. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of unknown correlation between the bottles. To make it simple, is the chess pieces. Empty protein drink. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room door. The container had a label reading Chem A2. The shards of glass from the window that was broken to get into the room were found both around and underneath the container. So the bottle must have gotten there after the glass shards fell to the floor. So someone must have put it there. Unless it just randomly rolled over there. Locker handprint. A fresh handprint was found inside the rec room's open locker. Since the locker was open before they opened the locker room, there's no way someone was hiding in there before they arrived. Aoi's account. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's room door. Byakuya's account. Byakuya confirmed that he received Sakura's note, but also claimed that he never went to see her, and in fact had not seen her at all that day. Toko's account. Toko confirmed that she received Sakura's note, but also claimed that she never went to see her. Sounds fishy to me. Pocket trash. A small bin of garbage accidentally fell out of Yasuhiro's pocket. It was a piece of paper with red polka dots on it, which means he must have met up with Sakura, because we did find the wrapper near Sakura's dead body. Yellow powder. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot, which will be important later. Kyoko's examination summary. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1. No blood was found on either of her hands. And that relates to the that, which we'll read in a sec. Monokuma bottle experiment. All of the Monokuma bottles appear to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighed against an intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier. So, the magazine dying message. On the magazine shelf, one magazine had been put back upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It is assumed that whoever wrote it used their finger to do so. And it wouldn't have been Sakura because her hands and fingers were clean. Chem lab shelf. On the shelf in the chem lab, section A contains supplements, section B contains reagents, and section C contains harmful chemicals. A bottle of poison labeled as section C had been placed in section A of the shelf. The source of the powder, which was found on Sakura's instep, the powder itself, there was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf which was labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled after the incident took place. And finally, footprints in the powder. Someone had left footprints in the powder spilled in the chem lab. These footprints appeared only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Byakuya even asked us if it were us who had visited the shelf. He even checked our foot leg, if it would match the size of the footprints, but as it turned out, it did not. Do we want that skill? I feel like I can do on my own. Yeah, we're not gonna take it. I'm fine without it. And that's all the intro bullets for this trial. Let's finish preparations and begin the trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
This will be a good refresher.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
What?
Whoa! Deja vu!
You did the same thing in the last trial.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
Just blatantly.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yes, it doesn't make it that believable.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
And you're clearly suspicious.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Now stop debate, huh? Make your argument. What do you have? Toko's account, Toko's account, Byakuya's account. Alright.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Wow, what?
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Nope, it's not.
No, that's wrong.
Sakura mentioned that she slipped note on the
Another
notebooks.
reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Another one. Another one. Weapons and others, status of Sakura's body, pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
Don't lie to me.
No, that's wrong.
That pocket trash is...
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
the wrapper of the same candy that Sakura received from Hina.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Get exposed, Weedman.
No, it's...
Ever
Yes.
since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Correct.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
Yes, Hiro. Where did you get it?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but
When did you get it?
she gave it to me forever ago! It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her!
Sakura hasn't received that candy until today.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Impossible. But what Hiro said can be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is when Sakura got that candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Correct.
I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
So aggressive all of a sudden. What's up with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Like you want to talk.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
My god.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message!
You idiot, it's dying message. What would a shining message even be? That actually does make me wonder. Whatever.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
Too obvious.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
Plus it was put away.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on.
Why would they hide the dying message?
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Oh, that's a good point.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
The magazine was on the shelf at that point.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Correct. Oh, hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Nope.
doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't. No, there's an obvious problem with what Hero said before. Turn up the heat. Make here, man. What have we got? Magazine dying message, status of Sakura's body, pocket trash.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When
Alright.
Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, there's definitely something wrong with what Hero said just before.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell
Oops.
you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I
God damn
found
it.
the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem?
I first have to refute
What I
Hero.
said makes total sense.
I'm just trying to think if I have to take one of Kyoko's points. Or if I can use
I can
my
tell
own
you
truthful-
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Oh. Damn it.
Shoot!
Shoot, indeed. What are we gonna do?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
This is annoying.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Take it.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Maybe it's magazine show.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Actually, I don't think it's the investigation had begun.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
I don't like this
I
one.
found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Doesn't really, but your way of putting it
I
to
can
words
tell
is
you
annoying.
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Please work. Yes!
No, that's wrong.
My hunch was right.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation.
So I'm just excited. I always hate that section. That one
And
specific.
you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Exposed.
Tell us the truth, Hero. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
No.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah?
Nope.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
No, her fingers are clean.
100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
You're really stubborn. Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Ah, it's MTB. Oh, that's the BTB. Remember the PSV version of calling it.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
That's not a very good...
The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Jesus.
The occult is bullcrap.
That's a shit success rate, you know?
The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30%
God damn
right.
it.
The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
I hate this one.
The occult is bullcrap! The end is nigh!
Oh my god, I suck at this
Can't
one.
hear you, can't hear you! Conspiracy! The end is nigh! Can't hear you, can't hear you!
Jesus, I hated that one.
Show me the proof.
I suck
should
at that
prove
one.
it.
I hate that minigame. I honestly think the second game is...
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
I honestly think that the second game's bullet time battle is much better than the first game's. It just sucks in my opinion.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Ugh.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
It was obviously Hero.
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
There you go.
Yeah?
Now we need to explain why the magazine was put away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Finally admitting.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because
What did you do?
I killed her!
My god, he admitted it! You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened.
I think you're way too dumb to do all
I
of
got
this.
Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
I love Byakuya assassiness. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? Asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Oh, okay. Would you like a piece of candy? Might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
What was it? This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then...
You smacked her on the head. Ooh.
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Oh, that's a rough one. Look at his face! It's so intense. Oh my god. That's actually kind of hilarious. Ah, poor Sakura. I feel bad for her.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
Oh man.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
You suck.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed.
Still, that wasn't the end of it. You didn't kill her.
So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Coward!
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's just rude.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Oh no.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
There you go.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Which one it'll be? The Monokuma bottle, the magazine, the second hit wound on her head. Why the magazine was hidden?
I got it!
I seriously need
That's
help.
true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Nope.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
And there could only be one person.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
And the person who hid that magazine is someone that must have not liked what was in that magazine.
Then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
See? That's only Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
Hell yeah.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
Really? I'm gonna go through this once again.
Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
Stop admitting to it. You didn't kill her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
No stop debate. You haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Right, make your argument. Yoko's examination summary magazine dying message from Monokuma file number 4 says Sakura's body yellow powder. That's a lot of evidence.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Oh, it's stooping low.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby,
So sad.
and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You're awful.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
You see in this chat? She's so stubborn. Oh, it's Sakura, that's for sure. But this doesn't end there.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
There was a second wound on her head. Which means she got hit twice.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
Yeah.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Right.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
They're chess pieces. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be... Oh no, it's Hangman's Gambit, isn't it? It's Hangman's Gambit! Well, I still like the first game's version better than the second. The second is just horrible. Literally worse than Ball-Time Battle in this game. Or, as it is called in the second game, Panic Talk Action. I need an eye. Does anybody have an eye? I don't need an eye, guys. Ah, there it is. Thanks, guys. Love you long time. I'll take the E. I need a C. And I'll take the last C as well. There we go. Easy.
Now I understand.
That was way too easy.
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
That means the queen's gone missing.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
Right.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Yeah.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
You were so enthusiastic though about shogi.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing.
Yeah?
There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was broken.
I got it!
It must have been.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Objection!
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle. And the evidence that proves that is... Where is it? Where is this? The Monokuma bottle experiment.
I got it!
Hell yeah!
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
We're getting back our health nicely and
We
steadily.
compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
Maybe I should shout objection every time I refute someone in the non-stop debates, eh?
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
Yep.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by bowling aficionados. No, it was Sakura's second attack.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
Look at the synergy between Makoto and Kyoko.
Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Oh my god.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Well, you're an ant, that's all you are.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
Oh,
It
god.
was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her.
Her?
I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Why didn't you tell us earlier, you dumbass? You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
So that's where the handprints came from, the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Well, what did you expect, Jack? Yeah, he's a dumbass. He's Weedman. Weedman!
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
I don't think it's possible to even tighten them.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
The Narnia.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
That you did put me in another blood time battle.
Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. There's definitely proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. Oh no! New element! Why are you gonna make it harder for me? Oh my god. Why? This game hates me. So far you've probably been pressing the Y button during your final strike without a second thought. Not really. I actually been checking if I had other truth bullets to shoot. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. Coup de grace? You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press on the left bumper button. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to main regardless. Just this once, okay? Well, doesn't matter. I did set the difficulty to main. Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Ah, thanks game. Oh then, good luck and have fun. I'm not gonna have fun with this minigame. I'm 100% certainly, absolutely won't have any fun with this one. But I'll try. This is gonna suck. Please go easy on the game.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you.
Alright, got the hang of that.
That's enough!
Lock your handprint. Do it!
This should prove it.
Alright, that went much smoother than last time. Thank hope for that.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
I might have to take envious influence from Byakuya.
Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
I badly need the extra help.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Oh.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
My god, so easy.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
Oh god.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Come on.
Talk. Now.
Wrecked.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
She probably did.
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
Oh my.
And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
My god, look at that face. That does not look like the face of mercy to me. That looks like the face of you're going down and you're going down right now.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Fine. Her? You mean... Jack.
Guess who's back?
Hi Jack. How you going?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Why?
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories.
Point taken.
So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
I don't think anyone would be prepared for that.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
You're kind of annoying, but at the same time, you're also funny.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
Well, you can only accuse people of doing bad things, so...
No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
I don't know about that.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
No one's gonna reply with.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Sounds about right.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
No shit.
Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know.
Oh.
But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Yay. So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
No, let's not. Oh? I'm sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
I have to agree with you, Byakuya.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Right. It wasn't? Makoto, I thought you would have realized.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Oi.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Non-stop debate, alright. Summary, dying message, Monaco files, satisfactory spaghetti, yellow powder, what?
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Right, I know which one to refute. Main problem here is... the second attack from Toko really was the killing blow.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
Because it's
And where did the
Sakura's
attack
body.
take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Actually, is this it? Yes, it is.
No, that's wrong.
That's okay, guys. I was right. Fortunately.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
I don't think anyone would be able to move her dead body.
So, you finally noticed.
Plus, she did vomit before her death.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. Even as a boost that was an attack in from the magazine shelf. The bloodstain.
A gun! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
She would also been quite badly, I think.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
What?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
Yes.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
Let's hear it then.
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Are you dumb or something?
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No. Before we even managed to get into the door, when we looked through the window, we saw that the locker was open and nobody was in it.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
Impossible.
No, I don't think that's possible.
You tell him, Nagi. The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I saw it for myself.
A gun!
Full health.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open.
There you go.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
She wasn't.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Oh?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
That's kind of a cute face. Never mind the freakishly long tongue.
You're lying.
Oh, she's not.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Yeah.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
We'd really be missing something so important. There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's... debate. Alright. Wygrałeś Fantasy Zero Bullet. 2 minutes.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Sakura's true cause of death.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Gonna try yellow
What
powder.
killed Sakura?
Don't miss it.
I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Blaze.
Shoot!
I just got it back up to full health.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
The Monokuma file did say that
No, that's wrong.
Sakura had vomited blood sometime before her death.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Oh wow.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Fair enough.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Alright, Mr. High Horse.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Don't care, don't wanna hear.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Please do.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
Oh my god.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
Wasn't that found in Section A?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Really?
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was from
got it!
Section A.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Oh my god. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Huh? Master!
Oh my god. We're so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Well, no shit.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Oh,
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Yoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
This is... it's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Not a hangman's gambit. I'm not ready for this. Oh my god. Protein drink. Probably. Okay, yeah. It definitely is. I need the tea. Wow. Yeah, okay, it's good balls, but I mean... It did contain protein powder, so I guess... it's fine. Still, you got balls still to try and do that. My god. I didn't. Come on. And then, I don't need the D. I'm not up for these. It's a shit grade anyway. Come on. Oh. I need a K. I just realized I'm an idiot. Oh my god.
Now I understand.
Oh, I totally blanked out right now. Oh my
The
god.
poison must have been poured into the protein can.
That's a bit embarrassing. I'm glad I didn't pick up the wrong ladder.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched.
Switched.
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something in the scene. Protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Yeah.
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Jeez.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains.
I'm pretty sure it only worked in her case.
So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Definitely only in her case.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
You're gonna make me say it, aren't you? Because that shows who switched them. It has to be the footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Ina.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Doesn't make sense.
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Doesn't make sense at all.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, either yours? Oh. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
Yeah.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
She has been.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it!
That could explain how she died, but that still doesn't explain how the room was locked. Now that I think about it.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
I'm glad.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
There it is.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Oh shit.
Well,
Shit. You didn't do it. You did not.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Yes, because it could change the outcome of the trial.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Alright, fine. You can put it that way as well.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
I did say someone put the protein drink on top of the shards of glass.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
But I don't know what could have happened after we broke into the rec room.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
You're right, Aggie.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
In a huge bowl of powder of poison.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
I don't buy it.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Please, my wife.
Fine.
I'll introduce someone else, by the way.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
No, she's not.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well,
Come on.
right away I went to Section C, and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
Footprints tell another story, you know.
That story you just told.
Doesn't make sense.
First, you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
As long as it takes. How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Make your argument. Right.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Right, I just wanted to listen to that whole thing. I'm sure there's something strange here. What Tina just told us, it definitely contradicts something I already know.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
The footprints tell another
No,
story.
that's wrong.
You did not move from Section C to Section A. You only went
You
to Section
said you
A.
went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left the footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Even Duck is like, what the hell? Oh, I love that.
Well,
Care to explain?
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, You see...
My god, we're going upside down. I might as well.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, this is amusing.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Yeah, boy.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Huh?
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Oh my.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? Piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle,
Looks blue.
and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Me?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Oh my. Shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. Must have been the rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Must have been. Because the color of the Monokuma bottle is full glass is red.
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
The bottle was filled everywhere. But
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us. Wait, what?
I got it!
Section A.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
I'm a bit confusing there for a second.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Hell yeah.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Right.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Of all people, you really can't understand that. Yeah.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Loaded question.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, jeez, that's funny. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Oh, it's over this bad. I wish I nudged the music a bit up. Right.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
Jesus. Something can prove that someone brought the protein can into the rec room after it was open.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
You've got that wrong.
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
It was also underneath it.
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Look at that sprite, that's glorious!
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Byakuya is just appalled.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Yeah.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
Oh.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
As Hina wouldn't be able to lie about it later on.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Clever.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Which means it was a suicide.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
That rules it as a suicide then.
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
My god. You can actually sound like a nice little cunt for at least one time in this series.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
No.
What do you think, Makoto?
One who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura herself.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
There you go.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
Jesus, really?
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Should be the final BTB, the moment of truth.
You're a liar! What
No,
are
I'm
you
not.
saying?
I'm saying the
Wrong!
truth.
You're wrong!
I'm
Just
not.
let it end already!
Nope, not gonna.
You're a liar!
I'm not.
Wrong! You're wrong! I
Hey.
hate you!
You might as well, I don't care.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it!
Final strike.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Yellow powder.
This should prove it.
That went really smooth. Although she did not use Nega time.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
Oh.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
It was. See, a bit was spilled in B and C as well. So footprints would have led to Section A.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Nothing else, really. But was it really? Hey, Wooly.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Yay, fans! I'm doing good, Wooly.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
It's true!
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing.
How many times must we witness this? Sloppy drawing? Ah, okay, I see why.
Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself.
They're getting their manly night together, I see.
But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Get wrecked, bird.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
No, there isn't.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Sorry, Rolly, I'm waiting for the non-voice acting sections.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Lovely Geostorm. Huh.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
I feel like you really shouldn't be ready. But suit yourself, I guess. The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It was Sakura Ogami.
Here's my answer.
It was suicide.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Where's Batman Bird?
What?
I love Byakuya's face. He's so shocked.
The killer was Sakura?
It was.
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Indeed.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Yeah, it kind of is. There's like a section called non-stop debate. And that's where you can basically get on your objection. There's another section, but that's a bit shittier and it's more about timing. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
It's actually gone cheaper.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it.
In fact, if you're lucky, it might be cheaper on Humble Bundle, but it might be not. It might not be.
All so she could end her own life.
Just wait for the Halloween, like, fall sale.
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
You're welcome, Wooly.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
I'm actually looking for people who can help me out in the second game with voice acting. So if anyone feels like it, you're welcome to join. Please. I don't want to be lonely. Please, my wife. Come on, Hina. Admit it already that you switched the poison.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
You did! I found it weird.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
I would also say that this game, the main story is longer than any recent AAA games, I would say. Recently. And it's well worth its price. It's like, even if it's not on sale, it's like on 20 euros. And that's lucky, because when I got it, it was 27. 28 actually.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Hey. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. Well, 8 whole euros more. True. And shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else.
I am salted that the last game in the series, well, currently last game, is 60 euros. But I don't know, it might just be worth it, but I'm still waiting for Halloween. Because no way in hell am I paying 60.
But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
I very well could, but I just don't want to get salty about it.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept.
Yeah.
There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room.
But when I saw it for the first time, I was like, no way am I gonna get it. But then I saw the first 5-10 minutes of the game and I'm like, Holy shit, it might actually very well be worth it. Protein powder! Gates!
When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together.
Awesome.
And once you were back in the rec room,
Yeah. We will go through the entire case, so you will see everything that's happened. Also, Makoto Naegi, is my bouncing baby boy, Mr. Spiky Hair, our protagonist. He got happy fun. Ogre?
Oh, so she's that, huh?
Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
There you go, you got a snippet there.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
It's a one of its kind of game.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Ah, cheers, Wooly. Got nothing to say, Hina. We're calling her Hina because the game told us to call her Hina. Otherwise, I would call her also Hina or just simply Aoi because it's easier.
So, Sakura committed suicide.
But it's the English translation and port thing. Why we're calling her Hina.
In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death.
We also have a character that we just simply call Hamster Face.
That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right?
And that kind of goes Super Saiyan midway through the game.
The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
It's really amusing.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Byakuya is the asshole character, by the way. The stuck up way up in his arse kind of character. But also real smart. He has helped me out multiple times, but still, he's an asshole, and that's exactly why I'm loving him. Let the shippings begin.
No!
Come on, Hina.
No! No!
Aww.
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
Yes, it is! Oh. You see that black and white thing over there? He's the mascot of this game, and he's a lovely, lovely bear. You would love him. And also that man that is holding his hair. We just simply call him Weedman over here.
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Ah, here we go. Here comes the closing argument, where we have to remake or reenact the whole incident. And it appears we only have 10 minutes to do so this time. Right. Sakura approached those three people's doors, put the note there, inviting them to the rec room. And those three people were Yasuhiro, Widman, Toko, and Byakuya. Yeah, I wish. Act 2. Toko approached the rec room. Toko got to the rec room earlier and hid somewhere. She saw that Sakura was approaching, so I'm the murderer. Yeah. Hid herself in the closet. Then Sakura waited. Then Hiro arrived. Sakura offered the candy for Hiro. kind of accepted it because he was afraid. Then he got really fucking scared because he heard the Sakura saying that she'll end everything. Oh god, is the stream okay? Hopefully. Yeah, it is. Okay. Then he grabbed one of the Monokuma bottles and struck her in the head without her knowing about it. And it was the Knight Monokuma bottle. Knocked her out, but because he got scared, he realized that he murdered someone. He wanted to blame it on Toku. So he put a dying message in one of the magazines and left it on the table. Then he ran away like a coward that he is. He's the young bitch, basically. Next up, Toku witnessed it all. Exited the locker. Oops. Which is this panel. Saw her name in the magazine, put it away upside down. Because she's a moron. Sakura woke. Then scared Toku. Toku has like a thing of blood that she faints from it when she sees it. Then her second personality came out. The murderous fiend Genocide Jack grabbed another Monokuma bottle, which was the Queen. Where is it? And smacked it across her head. Actually, let me check. Yep, the right one. It's just confusing because some panels are the exact same that are run in the comic. So next up, hit her in the head with the Queen bottle, started cleaning up, then run away with some of the evidence. Sakura was still not dead, by the way. What a flippin' trooper she is. Then she got her poison out, drank it, died. Poor girl. We came to the rec room, broke the window to get inside, and then the culprit realized that there was a bottle of poison. So what they did was put it away, go to the cam room to switch out the contents with a protein can, called everyone back together, and then replaced the poison bottle with the protein drink. That's the whole case. Reenact.
Here's exactly what happened.
Here's a more detailed explanation.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Weidman, Lichtrigger, and Mr. Asshole himself.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Dun dun dun!
Next to arrive was Hiro.
Yep. Weidman himself.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
In the stupidest way that he could ever imagine.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Kinda stupid.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
Look at him running away.
she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
Put it back upside down.
She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
Look at her go! My god! Fascisanic!
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Gotta go fast.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
My god. It was Iceman all along.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Death by poison.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Is that what you wanted
But
from me?
someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Revenge.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
God damn it. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. It arranged the events of this case. My god, really? It was this one. Stupid!
Here's exactly what happened. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
That was the biggest epic fail I could ever have at the end of a trial. I swear to god. Cluedo.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
We should totally have our own Cluedo game.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves.
Such a loss for murder. Ooh.
In an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
This is gonna be cool. Mein Gott!
was you, Hina.
Ah, that was an epic shot though, don't you think?
That's the full truth of the case.
There you go. Turtle always wins. Feels bad, man, Wooly. Probably won't be able to recreate that faithfully.
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Oh.
That's what happened?
That's exactly what happened, my boy.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh?
Turtle.
Oh, well, I mean,
My man. Hey, my man.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Just shout at me if you want me to say it. My man. Ooh. Alright. That is the end of the fourth case. What grade did we get? Oh my god, we got a B. Button overlay rank. My man! Hey, my man! Oh, that one. Yeah, that one totally sucked. But... okay, I retract all of my words. We did get 69 points on that, so it's fine. Tea break. Just break. Fucking Brexit. That 69 shine will hunt us until the end of this game. Perfect! Where? Hell yeah. Alright. How much money did we get, ladies and gentlemen? A banging 122 that we shall spend on gambling.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
I'm glad we agree, Monokuma. Look at your little belly button.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
He seems less excited than the last 3 trials. Hey! Big Sam for president, that's not a good idea. I would probably have everyone on this planet play this game.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, he seems less excited. Oh well. Make sure to stick around until the end of this chapter. Who is found guilty? Monokuma vote. Because we'll have a lovely punishment. Guilty!
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted.
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You didn't mean. You're going to take us all out with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What? Serious? That's...
What is this?
Still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I shouldn't have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her, and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this!
closest friend got hurt. Sakura? Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she has to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. They all gang up on you. At once, even you.
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Aw, that's so sweet. Aw, I miss you, Sakura.
Sakura? She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet,
why?
Bam. Feels bad one. Spoopy. Rip. Oh no.
he trembled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you. You wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Not asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
You have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Shit. Wow, ugly. Really? Bird, she does have the feelings of a girl, you know. And if she did tell that to her, she would probably break you in half like a stick.
Hina.
Feels bad, man. She was a great girl. She was great. She's dead! She's dead! You're hurting her. You're hurting her even after her dead. Why? Why? But why?
Huh?
I feel bad for her. I honestly do. It's just sad.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Thank you for voicing that.
Huh?
A favor
Some protein.
that I would like. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poisons shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. You're probably right, but she wouldn't be mean. Because someone did call her. Someone even called her a dude. And she wasn't angry at that. She's a lovely person. And but by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please, open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. Yeah, classic poison shelf. Classic poison shelf. Tells Batman. She got caught, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. This game is depressing. Still, I do believe that this game is not as depressing as The Binding of Isaac, when you read into the story. Which I will probably play sometime in the future, so look forward to that. Even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Did you say?
Hmm.
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking. Sir and me.
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? Gains. What if it was really like this? Last Testament Sakura Ogame.
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But he already...
Too bad!
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true!
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable!
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. You didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. Filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pung!
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew!
Heck, even if the bill had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? It's all part of the production process. Okay, and scene! Cut!
And?
So then, why did you write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it in using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
Isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know. You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
You get on with it, please.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to save me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. Their mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision.
An awesome scene.
I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted us to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Why the opposite, in fact? She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close. And still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. It's all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. Nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Lovely Byakuya.
You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Huh?
Interesting. Why?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What? What's going on here?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Yakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone,
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
the fun time.
Anyway, let's forget about that get-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Black One is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever old shit I want. Didn't I tell you, I'm very particular about the bad times one rule.
Listen up.
I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. It's alter ego. Oh fuck me. Why? Excavator destroyer. You!
Oh,
You suck,
no!
man! You're a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
so,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words race through my heart and soul. and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop. That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. You killed him.
Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. He was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
Finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Ch.4 was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew when you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So, of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Thanks so much. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. So I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't discover the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys.
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. At least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you Graysballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser! Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not just going to lay down and die.
I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here.
hmm.
You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message. Our last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? Well, here's the $1 million question, guys. Oh, that's mentally tiring. I mean, the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So, the class trial is over and Manakuma's gone.
but
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's get out of here.
Come on.
Kind of. So, summary of the plot. It's a school of talented individuals who are called ultimates. Every single student has an ultimate talent. Let me show you. Report card. Our boy Naegi is the ultimate lucky. Considers himself unlucky though, student. And that's his talent because you can't apply to the school by any normal means. The school scouts its students, and every year they do like a random roll of who's gonna be the total normal student who's gonna be able to enroll in the school, and because of that, they'll be counted as the luckiest student of them all. Then here's Taka, who's that, the ultimate moral compass. Byaku is the ultimate affluent progeny. Mondo is the ultimate biker gang leader. There's some interesting abilities here. Lianko Wada, the ultimate baseball star. Hifumi, his hamster face, the ultimate fanfic creator. Hero Wademan, the ultimate clairvoyant. Sayaka, the ultimate pop sensation. Kyoko, we don't know what her talent is. Hina, the ultimate swimming pro. Toko, who has both the ultimate riding prodigy and murderous fiend because she has a split personality with Genocide Jack. Sakura, who was the ultimate martial artist. Celeste, the ultimate gambler. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate fashionista. And finally Chihiro Fujisaki, who the game just mentioned, the ultimate programmer. And what happened is that Monokuma entrapped us all in this school, and the only way to get out is to kill someone and get away with it. And that's what the class trial is for. And the truth bullets as evidence. Of course, we also have regulations, which I'm not... Should I read them out loud? I'll read out the first one while I see your opinions. Students may reside only within the school. Leaving campus is an unacceptable use of time. Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. With the minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Host Peak Academy at your discretion. Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited, as is distraction of surveillance cameras. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. Once a murder takes place, a class trial will begin shortly thereafter. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. If the guilty party is not exposed, they alone will graduate and all remaining students will be executed. And the one who graduates can leave the school. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. The guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people during any single killing game. And finally, attempting to break into locked rooms is strictly prohibited. And those are the rules. And it's basically what this game is. I must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego, big girl. The kind of misery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat, even though she almost killed all of us, Byakuya.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Mukuru are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a heavy game, by the way. Can you guess who my favorite character is? I'll give you a hint. He has a belly button sticking out. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try.
That totally wasn't normal, right? You just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and the master.
The game does call her Genocide Jill, but it's because at the beginning, when she got discovered, she was like, I am Genocide Jack, but rather, let's call me Genocide Jill. And that's basically it.
Huh?
I'm still calling her Jack. You can't change me.
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleaze? Well,
What the heck?
That's right. I called you a sleazeball. Cause you are sleazeball.
yeah, Monokuma is my favorite character in the whole series because he's awesome. Oh, good night. Good night, Bird. Have a good time. Thanks, Bird. It's almost at the end anyway.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish.
Ah.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
Oh, the bird! Oh, shit!
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want to be the abuse give and take me.
I can't do her voice at all. But it's fine, because she's a crazy bitch anyway. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. We have like a good 10 minutes left of this chapter. Maybe 15 if I'm really slow. And after that, that's gonna be the end of tonight's stream, so hang around, guys. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end. And we return to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah, that is the academy school, the academy's name, by the way. It's to raise hope in the country by raising the brightest of students. But the story wasn't even close to over. Guess who's back? Back again. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms. Hey, Turtle's back! And before long, night snuck up on us. Right, I won't. I feel like I just did, but never mind. What's up, Turtle, my boy? Ring dong bang bong! I need to do the doorbell ring noise, cause ring dong bang bong!
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
It's actually kind of fitting because we're nearing the end of the stream and it's like nighttime. How'd the movie go? What was the movie like? That's my only question. For now. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice... I could hear a voice. I went to the toilet. It's a shame. Oh, well, at least he won't shit his pants during watching this game. What? Up. Wake up. Huh? Voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh my god, there's a girl in my room!
Kyoko?
When did I bring you over here? What happened?
Yes, it's me.
I'm glad to see you, but what happened? Why are you in my room? Why are you the best girl in the entire series?
Huh?
Or, you know.
Kyoko?
Yeah, Kyoko. Makoto.
I said yes.
And I'm replied with, I'm glad to see you.
So Kyoko's here.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That reaction. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it? It's true!
correct.
Over-exaggeration. But it's true. 3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m. Bloody hell, woman. Or grill. There are no women's, only grills. I stand corrected. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Well, I might as well ask him. It's not midnight. It's 3 in the morning. It's not midnight. No. It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor that I need to ask you. Reaction. What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? And Kyoko put her lips next to mine and whispered. My god. The data center on the 4th floor. My god. Twitch. Set this as a thumbnail. Do it, Twitch. I believe in you, Twitch. Twitch. What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? The words reverberate through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. But I mean, it is post-trial. Maybe it got unlocked early. Because every time we do a class trial, after we're done with it, a new area gets unlocked. Made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. She may be inside already. I put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force. My god! It didn't open. I tried again, but... It must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh my god, it's a wild Monokuma. It used surprise attack. It was super effective on Bixeron.
Because he got scared shitless.
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Yeah!
Damn it!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Yeah, we know, we literally just read the rules, man. Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that, you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder.
Ah, always thinking of me, aren't you? Thanks, bro. You're the man, Monokuma. Or, you're the
Bear.
oh! Or...
Are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. You and I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed!
What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko!
You too? You guys?
Whatever. Two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Me neither, Makoto.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, go on, get out of here. Shoo, shoo.
Wow. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
Alright. Never mind. What you just wanted to do. Hold on. That was last. Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What's the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always. But,
Goodbye.
well then, good night. Sure. My sweet princess. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? What? It's New World Order! It's New World Order that's playing! It's beautiful music of Revelation. Yoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
My god, that's a name!
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
My god, it's a grill!
The one they call the ultimate despair.
What? The ultimate despair?
Watch out for her.
The ultimate despair? My god! That sounds like the most dangerous talent in this whole universe. Chapter 4, All-Star Apologies. The end, ladies and gentlemen. We have hit the end of Chapter 4. My god. 7? Question mark? Surviving students? To be continued. My god. We received the afterlump. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yes, we would love to save. Oh my god, that was intense.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Nope, we're not continuing. That's the end. I am not going any further than this. I am drawing a line here. That was a long ass stream. I'm going back to the main menu because holy heck was that long. Was that an exciting trial? Yes it was. Maybe not. I'll leave it up to you guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and listening and typing away in chat like normally. I loved seeing the banter that was going on. That was absolutely the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I also wish Geostorm was shit. Geostorm was shit. It was great, Biggs. GG. Wrecked. GG indeed. That was a good stream. You're welcome. So, oh my god, what an insane chapter. Next up, we're probably gonna go check out the new 5th floor that is gonna be unlocked after the chapter's begun. We're gonna investigate, and we're also gonna check around for more mana coins to gamble in the school store for more items. As you can see, we're almost 100% on it. So once we get that, we'll be fine. Everything will be great. And we can have more quality time together with each other. We might also unlock some artwork gallery, movie gallery. Movie gallery definitely at the end. There's a lot of things in here. Thanks, Wooly. I appreciate it. I really do. Anyone watching, thank you guys again. I just appreciate anyone who watches these streams. It just means so much to me to just stream and show off my favorite game. And if I'm lucky, maybe some of you will even like it. I don't know. But yeah, that is definitely it for now. One last check. I haven't unlocked it. Argument, Hope versus Despair. These are... Usually it's like the Clash Royale music that plays is the best in this game. And my absolute favorite is just... So, we're gonna unlock it. 5 mana coins will be well spent. I'm gonna end the stream on this beautiful music that is my favorite in the entire series. Not as loud as I would have thought it would be, but it's fine. Anyway, thank you guys once again for the last time for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, have a good time, a good boy.